get started, guys. So yeah, feel free to grab a sketchbook and draw along with me. So firstly, we're gonna look at holding the pencil. So the best way to hold the pencil, firstly, I'd avoid holding the pencil from here, yeah? You don't wanna hold it so close because it's difficult to make lines on your paper, you see? When your fingers are too close to the tip, to the nib of the pencil, right? So the best distance is to get your index finger and thumb here and leave about a 2 centimeter gap to the pencil, and then that gives you enough room to make your lines. Yeah. So these are the type of lines you can make when you got your pencil. Yeah. If you want to press hard, you get more defined lines. Press light, you get lighter lines, yeah? And you want to avoid scratching lines like this, yeah? So you want to avoid kind of scratching lines. You want to keep your lines bold, confident strokes of the pencil, yeah? Cool, 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 cool. So again, you can make lines like that. And if you want to make curves, you can make curves. Okay? Nice. Again, guys, if you've got questions, drop them in the chat as well. Happy to answer any questions you guys have as well, right? But this is the best way to hold the pencil. Index finger, thumb, 2 centimeters, and here we go. Right? Then you can draw circles as well, right? It's all about confidence, all about being confident. See, mine are not perfect circles, but they are unique, yeah? There's only one circle that looks like this, and that's mine, right? So, moving on, we've covered the basics, holding the pencil. So you can tick that off, yeah? Guys, also share the video with some friends and family. If you know anyone that would enjoy it, share it with them, because yeah, we're glad to help, right? Okay, so creating different effects, yeah? Or shapes, should we say. Let's try and draw some shapes, yeah, for part 2. So that's part 1, part 2 is here. We draw some shapes now, yeah? We draw some shapes. That's hatching. Yeah, you're right. Well, kind of, but we're not getting into the shading part just yet with the hatching. Yeah, I'm just showing you how to make marks, yeah? Not actual hatching yet. But let's stay tuned. So, oval shape, draw a line either side, and then a round line at the bottom. We've got a cylinder, yeah? I can draw again. Another oval. This time, I've made it wider. Then, made another shape here, yeah? Another cylinder. So we're gonna practice with cylinder shapes at the moment, and then I'll show you what we can do, okay? So, yeah, you could draw your basic outline, your oval shape, line on the other side, line this side, and then there you go, right? So that's basic shapes and outlines, okay? So, where did you get your sketchbook from? I have 5 or 6 that I bought. Yeah, so this sketchbook is from Winsor & Newton, A4 sketchbook, right? Cool, cool. So, now, to define your shape, all you have to do is press harder on your pencil to define it, to draw an outline of it, yeah? So do the same thing. I'm just making it a bold outline. There we go. Mine is a Daco sketch, but I don't know if you heard of it. No, I haven't heard of it, but I will check it out. Sounds good. Where did you get it? There we go. Okay, so that's a defined shape. Or outline of our shape, yeah, our basic shapes. Okay, so now we got the outline of our shapes, yeah. Now, what can we do to help bring these shapes to life? What can we do to bring these shapes to life, guys? That's right, you got it. Shading, that's it, 100% shading. So, I'll draw another little line underneath here. And before we shade these, I'll look at some shading. We'll look at quickly shading, yeah? Basic shading. Okay? Joe, thank you. So let me sharpen this pencil very quickly. Sharpen the pencil. All right. Once again, I'm using the Derwent Graphic HB, and I'll use a 4B later on. Okay, so shading techniques. So now you can hold the pencil like this, as I originally stated, yeah, and do your shading. You can do it this way. So you just press down, and I usually go from the darkest to light, yeah. Druries, I'll answer your question in just a second. Let me just finish this. So pressing down as much as you can, and then releasing the pressure as you go away, yeah? See? So that's a shading technique there, yeah? Now, if you want to create a different texture, now you hold your pencil like this. So you got your hand, your finger and your index finger and your thumb are above the pencil, and now you're using the side. You're using the side of this pencil to create a different effect. Yeah. So I usually like to shade this way because sometimes there's less banding compared to this. So this one is like a smoother texture compared to this one here, yeah? So you can either hold the pencil this way and shade, or this way. But it also depends what effect you're trying to achieve as well. Remember that, yeah? All right. So going back to our shapes now. Now we've covered the shading. So going back to our shapes. Now let's shade one of our shapes. Shade one of our shapes. Wow. All right, Drew, let me answer that question quickly. Does a different type of pencil matter? It can help you if you have different numbers for the pencil. So HB is good for like everyday drawing, you know, good for light, dark, medium tones. You can sketch light, press heavy. So HB is the most versatile. But if you want to create harsher tones, you go for a higher number pencil like 4B, 6B, even 8B. Yeah. So go for that. Okay, so back to our shapes now. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you an outline of a shape. Yeah. So let's start with this one here. So let's start with this one. And then I'll shade. I'll do some shading of it. Yeah. I'll shade this in. So I start in the corner. I'm pressing moderately heavy, but I'm not using all of force. But as I go away from the line, it definitely gets lighter. Yeah. Then on this side, to show some depth, I then do some shading there as well, and it gets lighter as it goes away. So when you look at this one, it still kind of looks 2D and flat, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it still looks 2D and flat. So the reason being is because the outlines are still very dominant of the picture. Yeah, the outlines of the shape are still very dominant. So how can we make our shape look more 3D? I'll show you exactly how. Ellie, thank you for sharing the live. Wow, thank you. I'll show you exactly how to make it more 3D. So let's practice on this one. And I'll use the same pencil just to give you an idea of what I mean. Yeah, this time, the same pressure I use for the outline, I'm gonna use for the shading on the corner. Yeah, so the same pressure I use for the outline, I'm gonna shade as well. Yeah, so same pressure, but then it gets lighter. Yeah, and again, I'm using the side of the pencil there to create a nice texture. Okay, then things get lighter as they go away. Yeah. So things are getting lighter as they go away from the edge of the shape. Yeah. Cool. So now on this side of our shape, we're gonna shade in, but we're gonna shade on the outside this time. Yeah. So this will be our wall on the back and our ground. Yeah. So we've got the outside shading this time. Yeah. There we go. And again, same routine. It's getting lighter as it goes away. Yeah, so that's creating a 3D effect on the wall behind. Yeah. Then now on the inside, I can do a similar thing to give it some depth. Yeah. Here we go. And then make some shadows. So you see now, this one that I've drawn here looks much more realistic and more 3D and, you know, has more of an effect on it than this one, right? So you see the comparison of what extra shading can do, yeah? So you see the difference between these two. Yeah, thanks for the likes, guys, as well. Thanks for the likes, right? So that's the difference of what you can create. So I can now use a 4B pencil. I can use the 4B pencil and go over and make harsher shadows. Yeah, I can make harsher shadows against this wall to make things pop out a little bit more. Okay, nice. Yeah, so again, you don't want to leave your outlines here because it's going to make your drawing look 3D. Instead, you want to remove the outlines after with shading to make your drawing look 3D. Yeah? What direction would the light be coming from to cast shadows in the middle one? So it could be a mix of light. Could be one from this angle, one from there. But I'll do another example with one light source. Yeah, so what I've shown you now, there's no dominant light source, but I'll do one now that does, so I can demonstrate it, right? And for that one, I'll go to, let me go another page. Let's go to the next page. Yeah. So now we'll do it with a different shape this time, yeah? So now we'll do it with a circle. So again, remember the circle? Keep drawing, I'll draw another one till I get one I like. That's literally it. Or you can use a compass, you can use something round, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just gonna freestyle it, yeah? So, okay, so we got our circle, and then we've got our outline here, yeah? Okay, got our outline there. So our light source, and thanks for that question, Bump. Our light source could be from here, yeah? Is our light source here. Light source. Light source, all right? Then I can use my 4B. I start with the shadow, the darkest areas of the picture first. Yeah. So I start shading the darkest areas first. So pressing heavier on the pencil. And remember, it's gradually going to get lighter. Yeah, gradually gets lighter. So how do we make it get lighter? All we have to do is release pressure from the pencil. Yeah, so you see how my tones are now getting lighter, yeah, going into the mid-tones. And it gets lighter. Yeah? And then I'll highlight the tone here. Okay, then looks like something just in space right now because there's no drop shadow. So I'll draw a shadow here. Then again, the darkest point of the shadow here, getting lighter as it goes further away. Yeah? See? So there's another quick example. Okay, so there you go. There's light source coming in from there. Your darkest part. And then here. Okay, so this is, remember, you guys can try this as well. That's the best thing you can do is practice. Practice makes permanent, guys. Practice makes permanent. Okay. Any questions so far before we move on? Any questions so far? Cool. So let's try something else then. Let's try something else. So let's see. Let's see what we can do with like line drawings and stuff like that. So let's try and draw like ribbon or a flag, you know, something like that. Let's draw some basic stuff. Basic, nice and easy stuff you can follow along, right? So to draw a ribbon, it's gonna be like this. So grab your pencil, start from the top, and you're just gonna draw a line like that. Yeah. Then you're going to do another one here. Intertwining the two. Then you're going to join. Could you shade something irregularly shaped? Yeah, okay. So now you're going to join your lines on the edge here. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So now you got your lines drawn out. You can shade in the edges here. Get using your 4B pencil or just press harder, shade, and then get lighter. Yeah? Shade and then get lighter. So you start there, darkest tone, shade, lighter. Then the same thing on this side. Shade, get lighter. Then again, you can do here. Shade, lighter. Then again, there. And then also you can erase the other lines that you don't want after. Yeah, where's my eraser gone? There it is. Yeah, so that's a basic one. I'll do it again. So there you go, there's your line or your ribbon, your row of ribbon. Yeah. So if you want me to show again, I'll do it again, most definitely. Let's do it again. This time I'll try and do it smaller. And then that's your first squiggly line. Then draw your second one. Okay. Then join at the top. Then here. Then on the other side. Then again. Then again here. Then again there. Then again here. Then we start shading. Darker first, goes lighter. Yeah, nice guys. Thanks for the follows as well, man. I'm seeing the chat going up. Appreciate it. There we go. So this is how to draw a ribbon and shade it as well. Yeah. So again on the other side. My art teacher insists on going lighter than darker, but I don't know which shading technique is better. Well, yeah, I've heard some people, yeah, some people do that technique as well. Some people do. But for me, it works to go from dark to light. It's just easy for me. Like, let me try and go from light to dark and see if that actually works. Light. I mean, yeah, can do it. You can do it. Can do it that way. It does work, but try both and see what works for you the most. Yeah. Try both. Yeah, kind of messed that one up here. So, well, no, it looks all right. But yeah, all you got to do, erase your lines. There you go. There you got your ribbon there, right? So there's your ribbon. You guys can try this at home. I prefer this bottom half though. Yeah. But yeah, guys, you can follow along with that. So, okay, let's draw. Let's keep going. Let's keep drawing. Let's draw something else. Let's draw a flag. Let's draw a little flag, yeah? So how do you draw a flag now? So we're going to take that same concept and just draw a flag now. We're going to draw squiggly line. Right, drawing up a bit. Then we're going to start making it 3D now. So draw a line down there. I'm going to draw one on the end here. One on the end here. Okay. And then one here. Okay. Then we draw oval shape on top, pole, flag. There we go. We've got a little flag now. Now we can also shade it to make it look 3D, because right now it still looks like a 2D shape, isn't it? So let's make it 3D. So now we can shade. Again, I'm going from dark to light. And again, yeah. And in this corner, going, okay. Nice. Also, guys, I'm going to be doing an exhibition. I forgot to say, I need to make sure I keep saying it. Guys, I'm going to be doing an exhibition in March. So if you want to see my paintings, my drawings, if you want to see them live, definitely come along to that. I'll put the details on my story right after this live stream. I'll put the details on my story. And also, the next part of the news is I'm going to be launching a mini ebook series that's going to be help sheets on how to draw. So if you want help sheets on how to draw, like flags, shading techniques, drawing, perspective, if you want to learn stuff like that, that's going to be in the book. And it's going to be very affordable. Very, very affordable as well. So there's going to be extra learning materials that I'm going to be doing. Yeah? So we've drawn our flag, we've drawn a ribbon. Now let's say we want to draw something like a cliffs or something. We want to draw some cliffs. Yeah? When will you release the book? So I'm aiming to release the book in mid-February. So look out for the book in mid-February, guys. So let's say you want to draw some cliffs now. Yeah, some cliffs. So how do we do that? Right, I'll tell you. We start like this. One from there. Okay, got our lines there. Then we draw a line coming down from the edge of our points here. Okay. Yeah, and we got our water or sea on there, yeah, beach or, you know, whatever there, here, okay? So that's our basic cliff form, yeah? Now, how do we make it look more 3D? How do we enhance this now? How do we enhance it now? So, using the shading techniques, what we did before, we're gonna start in the crevices of the cliffs, yeah? So start darker, and I'm drawing downwards, yeah? I'm shading downwards, sketching downwards, going lighter as I go further away from the darkest point. Do you have a specific pencil draw? Yeah, I'm using HB pencil, Derwent Graphic. And I got this in Cass Arts, which is an art store in London. They probably have stores all around the world though, pretty sure. And you can probably buy these on Amazon too. So yeah, again, in the crevices of my cliffs, I'm sketching downwards. All right. Okay, so again, start dark, going into the light. And I find it better to start dark, going outwards from the light, because then you have more freedom to go lighter. Would a B2 not be better for shading? Yes, it potentially would be, but I'm using 4B as well for my shading too. But you can use a 2B. The reason why I'm using HB is because I think at the moment it's the most, for what I'm doing right now, it's the most versatile pencil. Yeah. So for this practice and tutorials sessions, it's good. Yeah, because I'm trying to show you can draw things with basic materials. Yeah. Emily, can you please give some advice on how to find center lines or organic shapes? Center lines, do you mean vanishing points, perspective? So now we've got our cliffs, yeah? Or we've kind of shaded our cliffs in a little bit. So now I can shade the sea. So I'm gonna make the sea, sketch the sea in a landscape motion to show that it's, you know, it's water, yeah? And I'm sketching this down. Then I can sketch diagonally to show maybe the cliffs going upwards. Is it better to shade outwards? So yeah, that's why I was saying, I think, yeah, it's better to shade from a darker to light, so you have more room to play around. All right, so there's your cliffs. Very basic, but it's a concept of it. Yeah, there's your concept. All right, so we've covered a lot in this, and we've got one more thing to cover, which is perspective drawing. Yeah, perspective drawing, which is, I know a lot of you really like drawing perspective and learning about that. So we will get started on perspective drawing. Drop some likes in the chat as well, guys, if you're enjoying these type of videos, if you're enjoying the live stream. Yeah, sharpen up this pencil quickly. Nice. Sharpen this one. Okay. Cool. So now perspective drawing now. So let's start with the most basic one, which is 1 point perspective. Okay, 1 point perspective. So how do you draw a 1 point perspective? Or what is 1 point? What is perspective actually? What is perspective? So perspective is a technique that is used to give the illusion of a 3D subject on a 2D surface. That is perspective. Now there's different points, meaning the vanishing point. So 1 point perspective means one vanishing point, yeah? Which is what I'm going to show now. Art by Chris. Yeah, depth of field, exactly. Wait, I need my paper. Rose, grab your paper. Guys, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to grab your paper, pencil, eraser, sharpener, if you haven't already got it, yeah? And your paper too. I'll give you 10 seconds, guys. Okay, you got your paper, pencil, and now let's go. So I'm going to do I'll do two variations of it. So we'll start with, I'll just draw myself a little box here. Yeah, you don't have to draw a box like me. I'm just drawing it because I'm going to do more than one. Yeah, so got my box here. So now, 1 point perspective. So firstly, what I'm going to do is draw horizon line. So a line going through. Yeah, so this is where your eye line. Should I sharpen my pencil? Yeah, you can do. Right? So you got your horizon line. Oh, I'll just name that eye line. Eye line, yeah? That's your eye line or horizon line. HL. EL or HL. Eye line, horizon line. Okay? So now it doesn't have to be in the center, but for this tutorial, I will draw it in the center. I'll draw the vanishing point. So the vanishing point here, I'll mark it out. VP, vanishing point, okay? Vanishing point. So now we can actually start adding in our guidelines, okay? So the guidelines are what is going to be probably the most important part of our image. So for this one, you want to sketch very lightly because you will erase these lines after, okay? So line going outwards here from the vanishing point and a line on the other side, making like a triangle, yeah? So I made a little triangle there. Then I draw another line on this side, another line on the other side, and again, more lines. So it's almost looking like a spider's web right now. Yeah? Sharp pencils to keep your lines crisp. Mechanical pencils are best. Good, good, good. Use whatever you're comfortable with. Then another line on top. Another line here. And there maybe. So these are all guidelines what I'm going to use for my drawing. All the subjects or objects in my image will be placed on these lines. Okay? They'll be placed on these lines. So let's say we want to draw a railway track with some pylons and lampposts, yeah, and a fence. Okay, so this will be our railway track. So firstly, I'll draw my outlines like I did. Remember in the beginning when I drew my outlines? Well, yeah, we're going to do that again. So we've got outlines here, right? So this is going to be our railway track. Then, let me know if I'm going too fast as well. Then, again, but remember this, the lines and the objects get smaller the further from the image that when they go towards the vanishing point, the objects in your image get smaller, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now we can draw our railway tracks. So just draw your other lines. And remember, it's all going, it should be all on that line. So the first one will be quite large. And you can use a ruler as well, guys. I did forget to say, if you want your lines super straight and everything super calculated, get yourself a ruler. Do the lines, give it a type of illusion. You'll see, but these lines are going to be erased. So keep following and you'll see. Yeah? So you see the tracks. Now things are going to start to get smaller. Okay? As they go toward the vanishing point. You see? The tracks get smaller as they go toward. Right? Cool, cool, cool. We'll leave the shade until last. Okay, we can even make our subject more 3D, because you see what I'm doing? I'm just adding a little line at the bottom here. There we go. There we go. So now our tracks look 3D. Oh, your voice is so lovely. Hey, thank you. Thank you, that's good. That's good. At least it's easy for people to listen. So now we draw our pylon. Is the vanishing point always visible in the piece? It doesn't have to be, no. It can be covered, but this is where everything is leading towards. And it doesn't always have to be in the center. It can be there, it can be there. You know, it just depends on your creativity. But for this tutorial, it's going in the center. Yeah, and thanks for the question. And all guys, thanks as well for comments as well. Okay, so now let's draw our pylons, if that's what they're called. So I draw my line coming down, and you see I'm using all the techniques that we did here, yeah, and here. So straight lines, you know, I'm not drawing heavily, I'm just making confident lines and being confident in my approach, right? So there we go. Even if you get things wrong, that's okay. You can always erase it, do it again, whatever. Whatever you need, whatever you want to do, whatever's comfortable. Then again, draw the next line. And again, yeah, the objects get smaller as they go towards the vanishing point. Yeah? The objects get smaller. So these objects are becoming smaller. Yeah, and then you can, again, you're gonna shade these and add your tones in after, but that's where it will go. Yeah. After that, how would it work for objects that are more curved? If you give me an example, I'll try and explain. Thank you, Emily. The drawing looks nice so far. Good, good. Thank you. So now on this side, we'll keep it simple and draw a fence. Yeah. Draw a fence. There you go, there's our fence here. A bush, like a bush. Well, if you were to draw trees or a bush, you'd follow the same concept. So you just draw it how you would draw a tree, but just on the guideline, and just draw the same one, but going smaller each time. So if you want to draw the same tree, just draw it. Just draw it the tree again, and then just make it smaller the next time you draw it. And on this same line of view. Yeah? Okay, glad it makes sense. Yeah, then fence now. Okay, there's our fence. And then in the background here, we can even draw some hills or a mountain. So it's more blended in. Okay, do you draw a farm sign? Because you the GOAT, bro. N, thank you, man. Thank you, appreciate that. Don't worry, guys, there's a lot more knowledge to share, man. And when this ebook drops as well, there's going to be so much more, man. And like I said, I'm going to make it affordable. It's not going to be like crazy price. It's going to be literally like £1 or £2 for the sheet. Yeah, and it will be like 8 pages in there, 8 pages of knowledge. And I'm going to release that like every couple weeks or every few weeks. How do you add clouds? You can just shade them in. What you can do, there's different ways. So you can actually shade your whole sky, make it grey. Yeah. Shade in your sky, and then you can erase after. Yeah, you can do it that way. or you can draw some in physically. Yeah, just depends how you want to add it. What do you do if you have art block? Draw something fun and easy, or take a break from drawing and don't draw for like a day. And then when you're in your daily life, gather inspiration in your daily life. So look for interesting things in your daily life. Yeah, it could be like the sun setting, or, you know, an interesting person's outfit you see on the tube or the train. Well, the trees need to be the same for this type of drawing. Let's see. So the trees, let's say we got our trees here. For example, a tree. The tree, again, you would draw it very similar, but you just draw it as a smaller version each time. Yeah. So if I was to draw this as a tree, this one would be maybe overlapping it, or, you know, be bigger than the second one, and then this one would be smaller. So the tree would get smaller as it goes toward the vanishing point. Everything gets smaller. Yeah. Now we can shade in our tracks. Okay, and then shade over here. What if a smaller tree was drawn near the front and a bigger tree was closer to the back? By the front, do you mean the vanishing point? Yeah, let me know. Okay, and Jess, thank you as well. I just noticed that. Thank you, Jess, for the heart as well. Thank you so much. Back equals vanishing point. Okay, let me reread that. What if a smaller tree was drawn near the front and a bigger tree? It wouldn't. If you want to make it look like a perspective drawing, then the bigger objects go on your plane, your first plane here, and the smaller objects go to the back, go to the vanishing point here. Jess, gonna visit your exhibition when it launches. Keep at it, dude. Jess, thank you. Nice. Look forward to seeing you there. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna keep promoting it and keep sharing it. But thank you for the support. Everyone as well, thanks for the support. So let's draw another version of this perspective as well. Let's do another one while we're here. Yeah, so I'll draw another box. Again, yours doesn't have to be in the box. And oh yeah, remember to erase your guidelines as well after, yeah? Erase your guidelines, the lines that are no longer needed in your picture. Remember to erase those after, yeah? So a repetition, just a reduction in size. Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so another 1 point. A rose, thank you. Guys, you guys are really supportive, man. I appreciate it. It makes the hard work feel worth it, you know? When I see you guys enjoying it and supporting me like this. So let's do it again. So this time, we draw another. Again, what do? Horizon line first. So I'm going to put EL for eye line, HL, horizon line, yeah? Then again, let's move the vanishing point here this time. Let's just see how it works. So the vanishing point there, so I'll give you guys an idea of it. Okay, so the vanishing point is moved now. Okay, the vanishing point has moved. So now we're drawing our guidelines going out from our vanishing point, just like we did here. And again, we're drawing them lightly. We're drawing them very lightly. Yeah, because we're going to erase them. That's why we're drawing light. Yeah, that's why I'm using a HB pencil, because it's easy to erase. Okay, so again, so now let's say we've got our train tracks here again. We're going to press heavier on the pencil and just hold that paper heavy line there and heavy line there. All right. Then over here, we can then draw a little house. A house here. Yeah, a little house. With a roof. And then again, I'm using my guidelines to draw these lines, to draw my objects, yeah? Just following along. Gabri, thank you. And Espresso, wow, thank you guys. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. So, here we go. Okay. Just making sure everything's on the right line. So we've got our barnyard house here on the corner. Barnyard house on the corner there. Yep, then our train track. Could even draw our train track here. As the objects go towards the vanishing point, remember one thing, they get smaller. Don't forget that. Yeah, if you want to make it look like a 1-point perspective or perspective drawing, draw them getting smaller. Yeah. There you go. That looks really good. Maybe I should have, maybe I'll fix this track a little bit, but I didn't know that the lines go diagonally a bit when the vanishing point goes to the side. Yeah, I'm just thinking I might erase this actually. I think I'll, let's see, I'll come back to this. But anyway, it's an experiment. So we'll continue the rest. So we draw our door here. The rest of it can be accurate. And then we draw windows on the side. More doors. Let's see if this works, because I might take this out. Then now we got a nice bench, maybe, or a ramp, some type of ramp or bench. Yeah, that can be a ramp. Let's leave that one. I'm not sure if that could be a ramp or a bench yet. So let's see. But anyway, so you can see you can let your imagination kind of run wild when you get the hang of it. So that's what I'm doing now. Yeah. So again, you guys asked me for the trees. So I draw some little trees here. There's your trees. And again, getting smaller. The trees getting smaller as they go. Yeah. And again, the objects get smaller the further away they go from the vanishing point. That's the key thing what I'm trying to show you. Yeah, that's better. All right, so that can even be, this one doesn't even have to be a railway track. It can be a pavement, it can be a sidewalk, just whatever you want it to be, you know. Just imagine this is your movie, this is your ideal world, and you fit whatever you want into it. Yeah? There you go. So again, you erase your lines after. Just erase your lines right after that. All right, so there you got two variations of the 1 point perspective. And Alexa, thank you. Thank you. Lit up TikTok. Wow, appreciate it. So there we go. Right, so that's a 1 point perspective. Now, let's do 2 point now. Let's do 2 point perspective. So I'll give you guys a moment to, if you need your pencil, pens, remember, HB, eraser, sharpener, paper. That's what you need for this drawing exercise. So I'm gonna give you guys 15 seconds to get some pen and paper. 15 seconds, and go. Okay, I hope you got your paper now. So now we're gonna do 2 point perspective, yeah? So 2 point perspective, I'm gonna just show you with basic shapes. Basic shapes. So, firstly, 2 point perspective has 2 vanishing points. Yeah, so we've got 2 vanishing points. So we've got one here and one here. Right? So actually I'll do it now. Let me do it. Let me draw a box so you guys can see it properly. Let me draw it in here. So I'll draw it there. Yeah. Okay, so one vanishing point here and one vanishing point there. Then I'll draw a line. So remember 1 and 2. These are your vanishing points, yeah? Remember that one. There we go. Right? So now we draw our line, and one above, one below, and one above. Yeah, the dots, okay? Now we're gonna connect them together, making a small diamond shape. Okay? Then we got our line down the middle, and then either side we'll draw another line. Okay? Then we add our outline, like I did in the beginning. Remember the outline? There we go. Draw the outline. And then we got our 2 point perspective. Okay? There's our 2 point perspective. Why is it 2 point perspective? How is it 2 point perspective, Josh? I don't get it. Well, I'll show you. Oh, let me just... Yeah. Well, remember, the objects get smaller as they go towards the vanishing point here and here. So if you keep drawing, the objects will get smaller. Yeah? You see? Nice. Okay. So you can even add your shading, or if you want to, you can turn it into a building. Yeah? Just add more guidelines. And then work off these guidelines to create your windows and your doors. Okay, then you can shade it how you want, draw your windows how you want, your door, even add your road, add another line, add your road here. Yeah, see? So there you go. Viewing an object from 45 degrees. Yes, kind of, yeah. So imagine you're on the corner here, your eyes are here. Sorry, that's a really bad face, but how am I just getting in the 2 seconds on here with you, and I've never gotten in all? Hey man, I'm glad that you guys are learning, man. I'm so happy. Yeah, so imagine you're on a corner. Next time, guys, I want you guys to do some homework, actually. I got some homework for you guys. You're my students now, so I'm giving you some homework. Yeah, the next time that you're out and about, I want you to look at a building and recognize this angle, yeah? This 2-point perspective. So when you're on the corner, look at a building and observe it and see the 2 points of perspective, yeah? Okay, that's your homework, guys. That's your homework. And do the same for 1 point as well. So when you're at the train station, I want you to observe the 1-point perspective when you're at the train station. And next time I go live, good question. I'm probably going to go live on Friday. So I'll let you guys check my story after this. I'm going to go live Friday at 7 o'clock. So Friday at 7 o'clock, I'm going to go live again. So you'll see it there. All right? But yeah, guys, that's everything for today because we covered a lot. 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, how to draw flags, cliffs. Oh my gosh, what else did we cover? Shading techniques, how to draw ribbons, how to draw still life, light sources, shading techniques, and then also how to hold the pencil, how to create a 3D effect from 2D effects. Yeah, so guys, definitely a lot of valuable information in these live videos. So yeah, don't forget the next live will be Friday. And yeah, if you guys like the content, you can even go over to my YouTube. It's the same as my TikTok. So yeah, follow me on there. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys. Take care. Peace.